Andrea is connected to many names, really important in my life. Okay, I want to talk especially about volleyball because I spent more or less all my life in this business, we can say. And from this team, we was a lot of Andrea. Andrei Gardiniego, Andrea Anastasi, Andrea Gianni, Andrea Lucchetta, Andrea Zozzi. So Andrea was a common name, and from one of these guys I have still a great relationship. I don't want to say nothing about Andrea Anastasi, Nasti. I can say he's my brothers that I have had in my life, so it's a great feeling with him. But also with Andrea Zozzi, we still have a great connection. He's a good guy. We spend a lot of time together, and something is still remain in our mind. So Andrea is not only my name, but it's an important name in all the lines that connect in my life. Bagnacavallo. Bagnacavallo is the city is the village where I was born long years ago, many times ago. And of course it's important for me because my origin is from this village, and I still have a lot of friends over there. But I moved from the city, from this village really young, for volleyball. It's easy to understand. But still I have a great connection with my village. I never come back to live in the village, but my mother, my family lives there. And I go from time to time and I find again my origin, where I come from. So for me it's really important to recognize where I started all my life and where I was going and where I'm going right now. So it's a great connection with this village for my life. It's close to Ravenna. And I told you, northeast in direction between Ravenna and Bologna on the sea. It was one place of changing horses between the sea and Bologna, the big city. So it's called Bagnacavallo. Bagnacavallo means washing the horses. You know what I mean? So it was one post for stopped and become one big village in the Middle Ages. So it started to be, I can say, important, but for me it's really absolutely important place. Oh, be like Brazil is our first great victory in the World Champions age ago, 1990 in Brazil, in Rio. We won the first World Championship after we won 3 times in a row, so it was a great starting. And it was the finish of our dream, because every one of us dreaming to do something of great in volleyball. But if you can ask to someone of us 1 year before, it can be world champion, say, come on, are you crazy? It's like a dream, like something of impossible. So when we come true, for us was amazing feeling, amazing, all our life changing, and that moment was great. When we finished the last point, was an amazing moment. So this for sure I will remember all my life, was a really key moment in my life. I cannot thinking to be where I am right now, what I am right now without my family. My family, I was married, we can say younger at the time, because all is built and connected to my family, to my wife and to my daughter and my son. So family is most important part. I asked a lot of my family because I was more or less all the year long somewhere before, like a player with the national teams. After, like a coach, I travel everywhere. My family is my fixed point for me. Right now my family is shared everywhere because my son is in USA, study and play volleyball. My daughter finished to study right now in Trento, far away. My wife is at home, sometimes is here with me in Cędzierzyn. So we can say it's a worldwide family. But anyway, we still are family, so it's the great connection, and it's one fixed point in my life. Or when you ask me to think something important, immediately for F, I have family. I come from one family where the word family was really important. Everything was connected. So still, the time is different. So the style of life changing about the people, but still the idea of family for me is important. Absolutely. When I was a player, I checking myself after when I finished to play. I understand how many times I try to change something to improve my skills, to improve my style, to leave the team opportunity to stay with the teams. And when I became a coach, I start immediately to thinking that the change is one of the most important things, to be able to change, to find new idea, to find a new possibility for the players, so the ability to change your mind, to stay with your open mind. First of all, for helping your team about my job, my single players, all team together, my staff, they're working with me, so my open mind is really important. So the key word is change, because I cannot say I am like that and we do like that. Everywhere, every place, every team I coaching, every player I coaching, every staff is with me. I have to be able to changing only for find the right key, for get the best I can from my teams, from players and my staff. So for sure, changing is really important. Yes, unfortunately right now I have only my mother. My father is not with us. So is what remains with my sister of my original family, and I can say I have a strong connection still. She was in Poland 2 years ago. It was amazing. She can't come, so because I have a lot of trouble, a lot of disease, so it's complicated to move her. But she was in Poland. She was so happy, and like I told you before about my village, from where I'm coming from. For my mother is the same, it's my origin, and so I have a great feeling, great connection. I know she's really sad because she cannot see me, she cannot touch me. She still calls me my little boy, so you can imagine in my age I'm so tall. But mother is a mother. I don't know for everyone, but especially for our coming from Italy, mother is something of really, really important, and I really take care about. The father is something is really necessary for the life of one boy. You know what I mean? Because the father is something of different, the relationship, how to create your personality, how to help you to become a man, especially for one guy, is really important. But for us, I can say like that, especially because right now I have only the mother, so I really care about, and for me is another fixed point in my life. I know every day we call each other, I speak with her, and we have a great connection. Gardini is still connecting about the family because it's the Gardini family. When I say Gardini, I don't talking only about myself. I'm talking about my wife, my daughter, and my son. It's my family. So G, I can think immediately about what we are, what me and my wife creating together. I think is amazing family. I'm really happy about what my son and my daughter are doing. And we try to help them to become good women and good men. Right now they are taking different way in the life, but every time I want that there is one possibility, also one time for here we should meet together, and the Gardini family should spend Christmas time together if it's possible. The season is possible. David will come back from USA from 2 weeks, so we can spend Christmas together. I think also we can be all together in Modena for the Champions League match, so for me it will be a great present, stay a few days with my family. And that's the way I wrote Gardini, because Gardini is me, but not only me, is all my family together. This receiver really taller than me, and is working right now in USA in totally different style of play volleyball, but still amazing style. I hope so, because I know that he has a hard life until right now, in the future also, because it will be in the business with my name, so for him everything is complicated. But he started many years ago when he was little, and immediately told me, Daddy, everyone asked me if I can be like you, if I can be... No, you don't have to be like me, you have to be yourself. You are David, you are not Andrea. So it doesn't matter, don't thinking about. So it's not easy for him, absolutely, because it's you can say, a big name on the shoulder, to live, especially if you play volleyball, of course. But I hope he can have a great success. More than me, I will be unbelievable happy, believe me. I dream about this, but I don't want to force him in nothing. That's the way he decided alone to be in the USA, to changing the style, to get another way of study and play volleyball. But he's really independent guys. When he was really young, he moved to Rome alone, and this I like from David. He asks me every time what I think about, but he decides. And this is what he have to do for build his life. So for sure I hope will be the greatest player in the world, but we will see. Saying is my daughter. She's the older of the two brothers, and every time she's thinking, that David is the best one. She's the second one, no one take care about her, no one. So that's the way all the time. You have every, I have to say, attention from us, from me, my wife, also David, but he's still thinking she's the worst. It's really strange, but anyway, it's amazing women right now. I can say girls because it's 24, going in 25, so you can say women is still studying and is looking for his, the target on his life for some new work. He study language, so I have to open full of opportunity in front of them, to her, but he still don't fix at one point, like many times happen right now to the young guys, so to the young men and women. But I know she's really smart, so I don't force her anymore, and for sure she will find his way in the life to realize her dream, for sure. Italy is my country, where I come from, and Italy is my flag, is my jersey. When I think about Italy, I think about my national teams, and I can say every time I'm watching on TV or by real, when I was on the opening ceremony or World Championship, this jersey T-shirt on some guys, I feel something on my skin because I dressed the jersey for 12 years. I don't remember how long. It was my second skin, and was the jersey was I care too much about connecting to every other jersey I dressed from every club because in my national team. So I have a great feeling with this color, with the blue color, azzurro, and everything is connected. So I enjoy every victory. I'm disappointed, and I can say also I feel really bad that something not working for my national team because I really love this. And mostly Italy is my country. I come from Italy. Right now I can say I'm more or less also Polish, language apart, because my Polish is still a disaster. But I think I'm in Poland from 8 years right now, something like that. So it's my second country is Poland, but Italy is my country. So I think it's easy to understand how great feeling I have for my country, and especially talking about volleyball, about my national team. So I never thought about other people looking on us, on me especially, like Italian, because, okay, truly speaking, until we are in Europe, I have a different feeling. I started thinking that, maybe because I was many times in Poland, I started thinking that we are one common nation, you know what I mean? So if I'm in Poland, I'm in Italy, okay, I come from Italy, I have a great feeling from Italy, but I'm in Poland, I'm still in Europe. So we are one country, we have to start to thinking in this way. So I have no particular feeling about the people watching on me or the Italian guys. I think, of course, we're coming from different cultures, so some idea, some style of life is different, but this guys, different is amazing. We cannot think to be everyone the same, it was really boring. So the difference is nice, in the difference we can find something of spicy, of interesting, of clever. So, truly speaking, for me is I don't think about what the people thinking about Italian guys in Europe. Andrea Zorzi. Andrea Zorzi is one of the other Andrea we talk about. A strange situation with Andrea because I spent also with him, like with Andrea Anastasi, years and years together in the national teams. And mostly we sleep in the same room together. So sometimes we say that we sleep much more together than with our wife. It was correctly. And Andrea is really particular guy because he's a really clever guy, he's smart. And we don't meet and we don't talk maybe for months. And when we meet each other, we start talking by phone, immediately the conversation become really nice. How can I say? Yeah, but not close. Also, every time there's something interesting to talk with Andrea, something of new or really particular. Sometimes it's too much because Andrea is like thinking too much, but he's really pushing me in some new way to thinking. And we know each other for a long time, and sometimes we love to spend talking. Also, when we meet in Kazan, all the trip long, we was talking hour and hour and hour, and it was a really mind practice, we can say, and it's really nice with Andrea. So I think for me, he's my really good friend. I care about him a lot, and I think we have a good feeling also. Today, because usually I'm thinking to live in the present, so I try to enjoy everything I do. Okay, sometimes you can say the normal week is a little bit boring because we have to practice with the guys, so like I told you, I try to change it, to find something of new, for provoke the guys, for feel something of different. But I live in the present, so that in this moment I want to do something of interesting. I want to totally live the present moment, not thinking about my past or the future. The future, I don't know, nothing. So today, the present day is really important. You know, there is one sentence that say, yesterday is the past, tomorrow is the future. You never know. Today is today. That's the way we call this present. Present is today, also one present. So you have to enjoy the present of today. You know what I mean? So it's nice. And really, I try to think like that. Okay, sometimes it's better, sometimes the present is not so good, but this is the life. Hotel, I cannot counting how many hotel I was in my life, but when you are a player, you travel everywhere and you spend a lot of time in different hotels all around the world. When you are a coach, the same. I was also general manager in Modena and I followed the team everywhere, it was the same. So the hotel is still part of my life. So it's, because sometimes I speak with my friends and they told me they have a normal life, and tomorrow, you know, tomorrow we go for one weekend and we go in one hotel. I say, hey, no, that's amazing. And it's amazing because we move it from home. Okay, guys, but and I started thinking, for someone it's something of really funny, of new, but for me sometimes it's nothing special because I change a hotel more or less every week and everywhere, and some hotel is part of my life, absolutely. Loyalty, because we have to be loyalty about what we're doing, about our team, about our clubs. This is one part of we talk about with the guys. Loyalty in our team is really important, because every time we go in the gym, it's connected about the other letters. R, respect. We have to respect. We have to respect the other guys, the team, the staffs. Usually I have only one single rules I put for my team. Some presidents sometimes a little bit afraid about. I ask guys, I have one rule, respect. Nothing more. So you have to you have to respect me, my staff, all the club, yourself, and all the team. Means, and in respect there is everything. So there have been time in the practice, they have to care about what they're eating, they have to care about the rest, about our meeting, because, and I ask the same to my staff. Me and my staff, we have to respect the player. We have to be ready with our work every time, we have to prepare everything have to do everything, also the guys in the office to organize everything in the better way for the team. So respect is enough. If you stay in these two words, loyalty and respect, we don't need too many rules, because immediately you know. Sometimes something happens and say, guys, no, because one thing, this was respect for someone? Say, no, it was my mistake. So, it's easy. I don't need many rules. This is it. If you respect each other, if I respect your works and you respect my works, my staff, my office, everything, will be great season, for sure. Maybe we don't win, but it's life. But respect what we need, nothing more. About the town, what we can say, the town is really another little village. Okay, it's not so little, but it's still a village. Anyway, what I can say about Kędzierzyn-Zaksa is, for sure, is one great club, in my opinion, one of the greatest in Europe. And I can say that I'm really surprised when I come here about everything was well organized, everything was perfect for work. We have everything we needed. So I can only be grateful about the president, the thinking to take me last season here, and have a great opportunity to work in this club. First of all, about all organization, and the other thing, because we had the opportunity I had the opportunity to work with some great players, some players, just important players all around the world, And also I love this idea that we created from the last season. We continue to work in this way to try to improve some important Polish players. So because it's one club that really is strict about the budget, so they are really clear mind how to work. So when they can get important players, they can get in some other situation. We are thinking, the club with me, thinking about some interesting player, in our opinion, can help us to improve, and at the same time they can improve together. So for me, it's a great opportunity to work, because every time I have in the gym really important player with great history, great personality, and some young players that can improve a lot during the season. So my work is so changeable, we can say, and so interesting how to mix this, how to be to shake this, and to try to using the fire and the quality of energy of the young players and the experience, how to show to the young player of the, I can say, old players, but much more important player, to try to find the best together. So I really agree. I can say I'm really thankful about for the club, the opportunity that we had to work together, and I think for me it was and is right now a great experience, and I really enjoy it.